Hey Leo, what's up? Okay, so I'm running a little special for everyone here on YouTube, and it includes a private reading for 22 bucks for 30 minutes and 2 questions. If you'd be interested in getting this private reading, go ahead and see the description box, and information is there, and also my the link to my website is there as well. And we're making this, or my plan is to make this about relationships, or pertaining to a relationship, because I've noticed that a lot of people, including my family and friends, are having a lot of relationship issues or problems, or things of that nature. So I decided to just kind of do this for everyone, give them a little deal, kind of get this started, and help them gain some clarity, And also, today I'm doing a 9-card spread, and this spread is basically just your disposition in terms of maybe what you are exuding or what you're bringing to the table of the relationship. So it's just you as an individual. The spread that I will be doing for the private readings, it's different. It's nothing like before. So yeah, if you're interested, go and see the description box. Go ahead and pay through PayPal, and also book your time, and everything's on my website that pertains to that. Okay, it's going to do one more shuffle, and then we're going to get started. Okay. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Leo with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay their messages as they are meant to be. Okay, so Leo, what's going on? How are the transformations coming? Pretty good, I hope. I know a lot of transformations are going on, especially for, every sign is feeling everything going on up in the sky, right? Hope everything's going pretty good for you astrologically, It's always good to stay up on your astrology, kind of know what's going on, so that, you can be aware as to what's going on and how it may affect you, So everyone else is running around acting crazy, and they're like, I don't know what's going on with me? You're kind of like, oh, well, I know what's going on with me, just, so you can gain some awareness, Okay, let's see what your first card is for the 9-card spread. Okay, I'm going to go and put these back. Too many. Okay. The Mother of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, Leo. All right. So at first glance, I can see that just from this one card here, that there may be some issues pertaining to maybe creating an environment for, oh, how strange. The Daughter of Pentacles, upright. Now that we have the second card, it's kind of, I'm coming to the conclusion that there may be some issues pertaining to providing an environment. I'm not saying that providing or not providing a environment that's not safe. No, that's not what I'm kind of including in that, but maybe not providing an environment for physical or the physicalities of life in terms of, you know, the home, material items. Maybe not keeping that perspective on it, or on like just kind of providing an environment that's sort of, how can I say it? Providing like an environment for positivity, maybe a little bit. I'm also maybe picking up on maybe some spending, maybe a little, you know, excess spending, possibly. And people maybe noticing that. Temperance. Okay. Also kind of maybe going back to the spending issue, maybe there's a little bit of indulging in terms of maybe material items that maybe aren't necessarily worth, I want to say your time, but I'm having a little trouble kind of putting this into words. Two of Pentacles reverse. Maybe some spending that maybe isn't necessary. And these items are maybe starting to kind of add up, maybe adding some clutter. Father of Wands reverse. Or maybe possibly you're dealing with maybe a Sagittarius or maybe a fire sign, you know, like yourself, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius as well. Maybe dealing with someone else's children. And maybe if you are dealing with the fire sign, maybe this fire sign feels that you're not all the way in. Or that maybe your attention towards maybe children or maybe towards some of maybe members of your family or something to that effect is not really at the top of your Death in reverse, at the top of your list. I'm not saying that it is and that it's not. I'm just saying that maybe people are perceiving it to be as so. Maybe due to the excess spending, maybe your significant other or your partner kind of feels like you're throwing maybe money away, or that you're not really paying attention maybe to the other party's children, you know. Or maybe possibly you are starting to maybe come to terms with some of the things that you are neglecting, maybe in a sense, or maybe things that have Mother of Wands. You also maybe could possibly be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Maybe you could be possibly maybe coming to terms with maybe, am I really paying attention or to the things that are maybe going on in my life, or am I paying attention or spending enough time with or to the things that are important. Okay, the Hermit. So maybe it could be a Virgo. That you're dealing with. And Virgos are very big on... Sorry guys, if you see me put a card up like this, I'm just trying to make the camera focus in on the cards. Maybe this Virgo feels, or this earth sign feels like your priorities are maybe not where they should be, or they're not in a place of viability. The last card. Okay, the Devil in reverse. And maybe some of this is leading to maybe them or you, or maybe everyone that is involved. Maybe feeling like this is not leading to a proper foundation or building towards a proper foundation. And maybe being ridiculed maybe for something like this is causing some friction between the relationship. I kind of picking up on a clash of wills here a little bit. Or it could possibly maybe maybe you're at a job where you feel like you're maybe being overworked and things aren't really, you're not maybe getting paid enough for the amount of work that you're putting into it. Maybe you recently got a job or received a job offer and you took it, and maybe it is not hourly, but it's salary. And maybe having second thoughts about that. But I'm definitely picking up on a clash of wills, though. And I feel like maybe right now you're in a space that is calling for your attention to something that is, going on. And I feel that maybe it's leading you to maybe build some resentment. Either for yourself or for possibly the second party. I'm also maybe picking up on maybe you're going back and forth with yourself in terms of maybe having to decide to go down the road of like indulging in pleasure and fun instead of maybe taking things maybe more seriously. Because what's kind of leading me to think that are these two cards right here. It could be maybe a mother-daughter situation. Oh, so yeah, it's like this. That's how you do it. Or this could maybe possibly be your energy that you're maybe bringing to the table, where it's kind of going between being the responsible adult and maybe just going out and having fun and kind of just doing your own thing. So you're kind of going back and forth with it, given that, the Mother of Pentacles here is in reverse. And then, but the Daughter of Pentacles is upright. So it kind of makes me think that it's the back and forthness. Not saying that you're not taking care of all your responsibilities, but maybe a little bit of slacking off is going on, maybe at a job, maybe just about your home in general. But I kind of feel that there's some understanding of this, that this is kind of what's going on. I feel like something is being ignored as well. Like it's kind of like, whatever. One of those things like, we know what we're doing, but we're just not going to acknowledge it in terms of acknowledge it maybe to correct the issue, given that Temperance is here. Because when Temperance is in reverse, it kind of sometimes means, at least to me, within spreads, it sometimes means, or it can signify, that we're not necessarily understanding that something that we're doing requires us to be more attentive. It's almost like some ignorance is involved a little bit, but when Temperance is upright, it kind of signifies that we know what we're doing, and we're just kind of choosing to not maybe admit it to ourselves in a sense. But whatever it is that's going on, it's definitely throwing you off of your balance. And it's maybe making other people feel, I guess it may be mother-daughter or father-daughter, father-son, mother-son, you know, it could be anything like that of the sort. But I feel like it's throwing you or someone else off, and it's causing you or the family to feel inconsistency. And it's causing maybe things to be understood by other people or by yourself that this isn't a viable, maybe extracurricular activity that's kind of going on. And because of things being thrown off of, like kilter, it's maybe causing other people to, like I said, to question you, or question some of the things that are going on. Because since the Mother of Pentacles here is in reverse, it kind of coincides with the with the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is someone who provides or maintains an environment of home. They create an environment, and they actually uphold an environment where there's just enough of things, where there isn't more or excess, but there isn't, there isn't scarcity, just enough. It also has to do with like family as well, but it's keeping a foundation that they keep that environment going. And the Daughter of Pentacles is maybe, someone who is like a page. So maybe a Page of Pentacles. Someone who initiates certain activities, or someone who tries to understand what life is about, or how to go about it, or how to begin on a journey of keeping balance in terms of, like I was saying, the physicals, the materials, the foundations of life. But I feel like there's some error going on in terms of delegating this properly. And because of it, we have like the Father of Wands in reverse, which is like the King of Wands in reverse. It's someone who is very straightforward, but it's an element of, how can I say, like someone who comes in and the energy is extremely large. It's a very overpowering energy. And it's someone who uses that not necessarily to, I don't want to say not for good, but it's sort of like they use that as a way of controlling things in terms of power. Right here. They exert their will on other people, and they tend to do this in a very, kind of a conniving way. Someone who brings that energy in and they use almost fear to their advantage. I'm starting to kind of think or pick up that this is maybe your partner in terms of, I mean, it could, like I said, it could be another fire sign, you know, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or it could just be the energy, you know, of your partner. Or this could be you, and your partner could be the one that's kind of throwing things off kilter as well. And it's causing the other party, the second party, to become extremely frustrated. And maybe the other party is starting to kind of feel or conclude that there isn't any development within the relationship. That this is kind of making them question if they're in the right relationship for maybe the right things. But I do feel like there's a lot of tension that's being built up. And I feel like it's over assets, which, don't get me wrong, certain assets, like, you know, when it comes to your home, that's where your children are, that's where you lay your head at night, you know, so that is important. And I can understand having or needing that protection, being involved in that, and fighting to the end, of course, because I'll do the same thing. But especially if these are things that are the things that are being argued over are petty items that are real, no, you know, not really any substance at the end of the day, it can cause a lot of tension, you know, and can cause people to maybe feel like, because you're not protecting the things that we have or that I have as well with me, it makes me feel like you're not on that same boat. Or, you know, so why would I want to continue my relationship with you? I'm kind of picking that up a little bit here. Because this is your your current energy right here going on. And there's a lot of, I don't want to say confusion, but it seems like there's a lot of hindrance. Like there's an acknowledgement of how things are transpiring, but we're ignoring it. And it's causing a lot of upheaval. Because we're going into this with Temperance, following into the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Temperance is here because it's reminding us that, what are we doing here? This clearly is not working. I see a lot of people involved in this as well. And it's leading to, like I said, anger and wrath, which is also leading to things not progressing in the relationship. Given that the acknowledgement is here, one is then upset because they feel like this is being purposely done. And in a sense, if it is acknowledged but it's ignored, that's a choice. And we can't really be upset at, you know, the other party, the second party, for becoming upset at us because of this. Or you becoming upset at them. It could go vice versa. Because whatever is going on, it's causing a lot of, I feel like, loss. I feel like it's monetarily. I feel like it's a lot of spiritual loss as well. Also, maybe a loss of possibly of a relationship. And I kind of feel like there are other factors that are involved in this. Maybe there's some sort of addiction going on that's causing some of this upheaval. Which kind of can go along with, not admitting certain things to yourself, or them not admitting certain things to themselves, to themselves. And I feel like someone's about to give up. I feel like there's a lot of kind of, okay, I'm going to say this, but I don't mean it. I actually, like, a disorder is placed upon whoever this pertains to, but it's the best way I can kind of say in terms of describing the fluctuation. Like a fluctuation of a personality, sort of like bipolarism. The not the actual, disorder or the mental state, but it's of the characteristics of it. The going back and forth, being on opposite sides of the spectrum, maybe being one person 1 minute, then being another person the next minute. A lot of fluctuation in terms of the person, not really personality, but the direction of life, kind of. And I'm kind of also picking up on maybe there is a lack of understanding from the second party, whether that's you or the other person involved, that maybe they don't understand this. Therefore, further pushing the person who is having this, duplicity to their, in their behavior, it's pushing them that much further to either further indulge into their activities, or it's just causing that person with the duplicity, I should say, that has the duplicity to venture off into different areas, maybe with another person, maybe step outside of the relationship, maybe a little bit. Remember, this is general, so I'm just kind of throwing everything out there. But I do feel like coming up for this person that is afflicted, which, can be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's going to be a time and place where this person with the duplicity is going to realize that what they're doing, it's not working, and it's causing a lot of other people to be upset. And I believe that they're going to finally maybe realize this, which leads them to understand what's going on and to finally achieve that, the temperance, to really dig deep and understand where the root of this is. Because if the relationship isn't going anywhere and, no transformation or no transmutation is going on within the relationship, things are not going to necessarily turn out favorable, I just feel that there's a need for maybe, I don't want to say a break in the relationship, but a need for two people to maybe just kind of separate it for a little bit and just kind of gain some understanding of themselves as individuals, where they could possibly miss the other person, because the relationship, I feel like, is kind of a little bit toxic right now. And I feel like someone's ready to strike. Someone's very intent on maybe not necessarily feeling like things are being protected, like assets are, or their family isn't really being protected. But I feel like in the future, whoever this person is, they will change. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of effort, you know, which is pretty good. Because I do feel like there is going to be a switch due to, the Hermit being here. This also can represent, this is specifically Virgo, but it can be another Earth sign, or any sign for that matter. Because we have the Devil in reverse here, which I do like. It does show a change in behavior and not allowing those things that, as to which are keeping someone bounded or which are hindering someone from actually moving forward because of either it can be substance abuse, it can be alcohol abuse, it can be sexual, not sexual abuse, like using it in terms of like an addiction. That's kind of where I'm going with it. And because those things keep you bounded and they prevent you from making your own decisions upon your own will, off of, will of sobriety in a sense. Because, whenever we're bound to something, that thing makes most of the decisions. Or whenever that person who is addicted always takes that addiction into consideration whenever they make decisions, and it usually overrides the most viable or most the best decision. Now, so different people respond differently to addictions. Some people, there are functioning, individuals out there, but I'm kind of feeling like, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Someone not acting proper, coming in with extreme force, a transformation not happening, going back and forth between responsibility and leisure. So I feel like this has a lot to do with it. Things aren't really working out right now, but I do see a change due to the Hermit and due to the Devil being in reverse. If the Devil was not in reverse, also, I'm sorry, you could be dealing with the Capricorn as well. When the Devil is not in reverse, or if it was not in this spread, that would make me that would lead me to think that this person is not ready to at least acknowledge what's going on or to change. And the Father of Wands being in reverse is sort of merited up to a certain point. But at the end of the day, hey, we all make our own decisions. And if no one's paying your bills or cutting you a check, no one can really say anything, too much, unless it's affecting children. That's a whole different thing. But I think we'll go ahead and leave it at that. I don't want to venture off into a sensitive subject and, things kind of get a little out of control. But yeah, so I want to say this concludes the reading. You didn't have too much emphasis in it in terms of what's going on. Like I said, it's just general, kind of throwing everything out there that I see within the reading. If you like to book your private reading, take advantage of the little special going on. I believe it's going on till June. Yeah, I think I want to say until the end of March. I'm sorry, March, pardon me. The end of May. I may extend it, I'm not really sure, but we'll see how it goes in terms of bookings and things of that nature. So yeah, if you'd like to go ahead and book one, like I said, see the description box. And yeah, we'll get you set up. All right, Leo, we'll see you.